season on the line, 4th and 11. Butka looking downfield, throwing, incomplete, broken up at the 10-yard line. And Old Bridge is headed to the NJS IAA Central Jersey Group 5 Championship game.
There's one in the flat. Good catch that time by Ransom. Ransom with a lot of room. And a good block by Delonzo down the field. And Ransom is gone. 57 yards to the house. 2-2.
Swung on and miss. Strike 3. St. James Smithtown has done it. They are the 2025 New York State Little League Baseball Tournament champions.
Drops back, throws all the way to his right. Has a man down the field, and he's got him! First play of the drive, touchdown, New York Green Wave!
Sanioki's season on the line. Goal to go from the 2. Kyles looks to run with it. Pitches it to Seth. He grabs it. He's in for the touchdown.
The final 25, and they're neck and neck. Kane looks like they have just a dash of a lead. Salisbury taking first. What a race.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the PDF Sports Network. You are watching continuing coverage of the 2006 10 and under Eastern Regional Championship Softball Tournament. My name is Joe Calabrese alongside my broadcast partner David Pizzuto. And we are going to be switching here for Game 2. Upcoming, we have the 2026 New England Championship on the heels of what was the Mid-Atlantic Championship. And moments ago, Dave, it was Bullskin Little League of Pennsylvania with a 16-4 victory over the hometown Great Kills Little League representing New York. They are the Mid-Atlantic champions. They will play the winner of this upcoming game a little bit later on today in the championship overall for the tournament here. But for the New England Championship here, we have the Milford Little League Connecticut team up against the Jesse Burkett Little League team from Massachusetts.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a good chance to see both of these teams. You know, Connecticut ran the table. They have not lost a game so far in this tournament. They went 3-0, and they beat this Jesse Burkett team twice. Those were 2 of the victories, and they won in pretty emphatic fashion too. So I would say that they are more of a overwhelming favorite in this one. But one thing that we've seen from Massachusetts is that they are a very scrappy team. They will have their top pitcher for this game as well against Connecticut, so that's a good sign for them. And anything can happen, in these next 6 innings. And Massachusetts will be the home team on the scoreboard as well, so they'll have last licks in this game. So it should be a really good game, but also it's one of 2 for these 2 teams. They'll have to turn right back around and beat the Mid-Atlantic champion Pennsylvania to take the Eastern Regional. But both of these teams have shown us enough, Joe, to know that they both have a good shot here in this one, and anything can happen over these next 6 innings.
So from the Pennsylvania side of things, they finished undefeated in pool play, and they continued that momentum here. From the New England side of things, that's what we have seen from Connecticut. Both regions worked a little bit differently here. There was a little bit of a double elimination style bracket for the New England side. But again, every other game for the last couple of days here has been single elimination format. On your screens in the background, we have started player introductions here on the field as Connecticut is currently getting introduced. Once again, Connecticut will be the designated away team in this game, and Massachusetts will be the home team. Let's see if we can take you through most of the lineups here prior to the playing of the national anthem. We are going to start here with the Milford Little League team from Connecticut. Leading off will be the catcher, number 4, Reagan Gill. Batting second will be the shortstop, number 3, Sadie Dubin. Batting third will be the first of 3 extra hitters in this Massachusetts lineup, number 22, Quinn Tierney. Batting cleanup, she'll be at third base today, number 30, Kinsley Persico. Batting fifth will be the first baseman, number 11, Allie DeSantis. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 12, Aurora Hinden. Batting ninth, she will be in the batting seventh. Excuse me. She will be in the circle, number 1, Maddie Dennis. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 2, Hannah Whalen. Batting ninth, the second extra hitter in this lineup, number 16, Mackenzie Monaco. Batting 10th, the right fielder, number 27, Mackenzie Faust. Batting 11th, the second baseman, number 24, Michaela Rodriguez. And batting 12th, the third extra hitter, number 15, Lily Bennett. For the Massachusetts side, batting leadoff will be the first baseman, number 19, Emily Morrissey. Batting second in the circle, pitching will be number 25, Brianna Grant. You and I saw Brianna Grant in our last game yesterday pitch in the circle. Pitched this Massachusetts team past the Vermont team and officially eliminated the Connecticut Valley team from Vermont to advance to this game today. Batting third will be the center fielder, number 22, Izzy Biondo. Batting cleanup will be the catcher, number 5, Rose Becker. Batting fifth will be the third baseman, number 13, Kaylee Brazel. Batting sixth will be the shortstop, number 30, Ashlyn Ingalls. Batting seventh will be the first of 3 extra hitters as well for this Massachusetts team. Number 4, Maddie Morrissey. Batting eighth will be the second baseman, number 1, Madeline Kozlowski. Batting ninth will be the left fielder, number 3, Clara Leahy. Batting 10th will be the right fielder, number 11, Adriana Gonzalez. Batting 10th would be Adriana Gonzalez. Batting 11th, the second extra hitter, number 7, Flora Pacheco. And batting 12th, their third extra hitter, number 10, Avery Boudreau. So that'll be both lineups. We are finishing the Massachusetts player introductions here. So once again, the national anthem will be playing momentarily. Any other thoughts before we take you to the start of the game, Dave?
No, only that it's a very familiar lineup. I mean, both these teams have been going with the same lineup pretty much the entire way. We've seen Persico in the circle for Milford Little League. We've also seen Fennis in the circle as well. It will be Fennis getting the ball here. So that's something to pay attention to. Both have been pretty good in the circle as well, but we will see Brianna Grant, in this one. And, she had a really good performance yesterday to lift her team. And it was, they have 2 wins in this tournament, Massachusetts. Both were come-from-behind wins. So that's saying something for these 8, 9, 10-year-olds. So we'll get ready for the anthem with that.
For the Massachusetts State champion from Jessie Burkett Little League. Please rise and face the flag by our clubhouse for the playing of our national anthem.
And we are back here as we are getting ready for first pitch. One more time, this is the New England Championship game. If you were tuning into the PDF Sports Network earlier this morning, you caught coverage of the Mid-Atlantic Championship game. Once more, that was won by Pennsylvania, so the winner of this game will move on to play Pennsylvania later on today. The timing of that game, approximately 3:45. So depending on what happens in this game, coverage will start there either 3:45 or closer to 4 o'clock. Before we start first pitch, we would like to thank the sponsors for this year's 2026 10 and Under East Regional Softball Championship Tournament, Nationwide Bus Charter and ShopRite.
Yeah, along with all the other ones during our commercial break, Joe, too.
Right.
We've got to thank them, and they're the reasons why these streams happen and why we're able to bring you these. So be sure to frequent their establishments and drop them a note of thanks whenever you see them around the way, because none of this would be possible without them.
That's
So,
right.
their
We've had a
support.
series of commercials running that include our partnerships with the Staten Island Ferry Hawks, obviously the local hometown newspaper, the Staten Island Advance, Dave & Buster's located in the Staten Island Mall. And again, we thank all the sponsors here who, without them, this would not be entirely possible. So a huge help in that regard. As Brianna Grant here from Massachusetts. She comes out here, starts her warm-ups. Again, it will be Connecticut, the designated away team, and that was determined via coin flip as well, Dave?
Yes,
Okay.
prior to the games, yep.
So each of these games, the designated home and away teams have been determined by coin flip.
That's right.
Okay.
And it will be the same for the next game. That has not been determined yet. But
Okay.
in between innings, Joe, I am going to run out to center field and fix our camera here because it looks like it shifted a little bit with the wind. But
This
that's
is
all
now
right.
the second time.
Exactly. So we'll keep it on our infield cam here.
That's all right. Some complimentary words about the infield camera yesterday.
Yeah,
And certain
and
people in the YouTube chat.
yeah, and the reason why it's moved a little bit is because we do have the rain gear on. But thankfully, Mother Nature has really blessed us in this tournament. There was a lot of rain overnight, and that's why these games are 1, 2, 3 in order. When we were really supposed to play on both fields today, but the other field, of course, it's a hybrid field. It's a little bit of turf, a little bit of natural grass, but the natural grass was so saturated that we would not have been able to play on that field. So that's the reason why we're playing back to back to back here on this afternoon. And that's the reason why this New England game is taking place at 1:30 instead of its intended 10 a.m. start. So for those of you who are wondering about that, that's the reason for that. And we're just about set to get underway otherwise.
Yes, we are. It's Reagan Gill who steps into the batter's box here for Connecticut. Again, looking to maintain that unbeaten streak, which started Sunday here. Can't believe 4 days went by so quickly.
Right.
First pitch from Brianna Grant. A little low. It'll be ball one, and we are underway.
Yeah, it's an unbeaten streak and also a pretty dominating streak at that, too. 3 mercy rule wins, run rule wins. They've been dominating on all sides of the ball.
Second pitch comes in a little bit high, a little bit towards the other batter's box. Count quickly 2-0 to Reagan Gill. Should be swinging on that pitch. Count moves to 2-1.
And we say it so often about the really good teams in this tournament, and they're all good, but patient at the plate, but also aggressive. When they see the strike, they will swing that bat.
Ball looked like it fell out of Grant's hand a little bit. Kind of skipped halfway between the circle and the plate. So Reagan Gill here. Early opportunity here. Hitters count 3-1. First batter of the game for Connecticut. Pitch was lofted in. Looked like it came in just above the letters here. So Reagan Gill will walk here. Her first at bat of the game. Connecticut has their leadoff hitter on first via the base on balls. Be Sadie Dubin stepping to the plate. And she rips one to the left center gap over everybody's head. That's going to go to the warning track. That's going to go to the wall. Let's see if Connecticut will send Gill. They do. There will be no throw to the plate. And just like that, Dave, on 2 batters, Connecticut has an early 1-0 lead.
Absolutely, and that was a mammoth shot to almost straightaway center field, and that actually hit the lip of the warning track, not even on a bounce, and then it bounced over to the wall. That was a huge shot. I think that might have been the farthest hit ball we've seen, at least on this field.
Quinn Tierney takes a First pitch ball, so they count quickly 1-0. I mean, we've seen some shots here.
Yeah.
First 2 games.
Definitely. And on the major field, the dimensions are so much bigger. So if you hit one over the outfield, it's going to go a farther distance. But that was really in the air a long time.
And that ball's ripped to center, and that'll be a base hit for Quinn Tierney. So consecutive hits here for Connecticut. It's Dubin who rounds second. She's going to come home. And the 3 batters here, Dave, Connecticut with an early 2-0 lead.
Wow, yeah, and they hit the last 2 really on a line drive. Got a real good beat and good vision on these Grant pitches and sending them for a ride here straight away.
So Brianna Grant in some quick early trouble here. It's the cleanup hitter, Kinsley Persico. And that will be a strike as Quinn Tierney will take second after the ball gets by Rose Becker, who's back behind the plate for Massachusetts. The 0-1 is on the outer portion of the plate, crosses the corner. So Persico quickly behind in the count, 0-2. That ball skips in front of home plate. And it's Tierney who's going to stay at second base. Grant delivers the 1-2 to Persico. Takes that high for ball 2. Count levels off at 2-2. Persico is swinging. That's going to go to the right center field gap. And that's going to drop in front of the right fielder for a base hit.
Sending them.
Connecticut sending the runner again. Very aggressive base running in the early part of this game. She will score. As Persico ends up on third. Yes, she does. So the throw came into third a little bit late there. She slides, and she will be called safe. So we are going to call that. What are we going to call that?
I think that's definitely an RBI single and just an advance on the throws. I wouldn't put any errors there.
That works for me. Certainly works for me.
It's top of the order. Has been potent all tournament long.
Yes,
and
it has.
Down the line here, 3 hits.
Allie DeSantis will be the batter, number 11. She dribbles that down the third baseline. Foul. Count quickly 0-1.
And that's the struggle sometimes with being the home team, because you have to really get through the top of the order quickly. And now before you even take your hacks in the bottom half, you're down by a little bit of a hole here.
Still nobody out here in the first inning as that ball bounces in there for ball 1. You know what I saw yesterday, right? And I made a note of this when I was calling the games with Cam. The coin flip, right, has been determining the home and away situation. Pennsylvania, as that ball by DeSantis is hit to shallow center field. Nice play running in there by the center fielder, Biondo. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. So that'll go down as once more a sac fly here.
Yeah,
So I have the opportunity to actually
do
score the game.
Yeah. And
enjoy that.
And DeSantis essentially does her job on that one.
Absolutely.
Nice high fly ball to center field. No chance, obviously, to get the runner at home plate. And really big insurance tally here early in this one.
The point that I was getting at here, as we have Hinden in the box here who takes ball 1. Or Hinden, the 6th batter in the lineup here for Connecticut. 4 in already. Just 1 out in the top half of the first inning. She swings on, swings through that and misses for ball 1. Count levels off at 1-1. But the coin flip here, which has determined the home and away situation, Pennsylvania has actually been the team getting up to bat first, as has this Connecticut team here. So you figure with the momentum that they've been carrying, again, carrying that unbeaten streak here at Great Hills Little League here from the start of the tournament here, as that ball is chopped foul. So on the previous pitch, that was a ball. Now the count is 2-2. But again, to be able to get into the batter's box first, get your offense going first, and Pennsylvania has jumped out to leads. Connecticut has jumped out to leads. They've kind of been able to get up on teams early in similar fashions.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I'm intrigued, if let's say Massachusetts won the coin toss and chose to be the home team and pitch first, I wonder, what's the rationale there? And similarly,
and that ball is hit on a rope, and that's going to go over the left fielder's head and all the way to the wall again. Another base hit It is Hinden who turns. She makes a turn from second to third base, standing up as the ball gets back to Grant in the infield. So again, what are we going to rule that?
Oh, it's a triple.
It's a triple?
Yeah,
Straight triple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 13.
Again, I always feel like it is so much better when you talk this stuff out in real time. And I definitely think for anybody who's viewing on the PDF Sports Network, they can appreciate the rationale when you're having that banter out loud.
Yeah, and that one went like 3 feet over the head of Claire Leahy and traveled all the way down to the warning track. So, and Hinden never broke stride. Went right all the way to third base.
That's why you
there
run out of the
standing up.
box.
Yep.
Maddie Dennis here, the pitcher for the Connecticut side at the plate. She's going to ground that slowly to the third baseman. That's a tough play across the diamond. It's a clean throw. But unfortunately, for Massachusetts, they are not able to get Dennis running hard. So that'll go down as an infield hit and an RBI.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Number 2.
Hannah Whalen, the batter for Connecticut. It'll be a first pitch strike. Connecticut making some noise in the dugout. We can hear it. Not sure the viewers can listen it. Ball's grounded slowly to Grant. She's got to come out of the circle to make the play cleanly to first base. So that will be the second out of the inning as Dennis advances from first to second.
Yeah, so didn't get a really good piece of that. That's a really good, fundamentally sound fielding play that time by Grant and getting the throw over to Emily Morrissey. We've seen that hook up plenty of times in this tournament as well. They've been able to complete that play successfully many times, and now they get that important second out with Monaco at the plate.
Monaco swings through that for strike one. Brianna Grant 1 out away from working out of any potential further trouble. Pitch came in there, a little bit of a drop. Ball's going to go to the shortstop, and the play went over to third base. Alert play by Engels trying to get that runner going from second to third base. She cannot. So Connecticut will now have runners on the corners.
Number 27.
Kenzie Faust coming to bat.
Did you rule that a hit, Joe, or a fielder's choice?
That's a good question. I think that ball was hit slowly enough
I
that.
would have ruled it a hit. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
We're on the same page here. Another first pitch strike from Brianna Grant. Count quickly 0-1.
Yeah, I think Ingles recognized that throw would have beaten the runner at first, so tried to get the tag at third and just couldn't complete it.
Faust swings through that one, so she's quickly behind in the count 0-2. Grant, again, one more pitch. She'll be out of this inning. Let's see if she can get it. And she does. So that ball will cross about letters high over the outer part of the plate for strike 3. But not before Connecticut. Again, unbeaten here so far at Great Hills Little League. They score 5 runs in the top half of the first inning. It is the Jessie Burkett Little League team from Massachusetts coming to bat here, down 5-0. Stay here with the PDF Sports Network for coverage of the 2026 East Regional Softball Championship Tournament.
This tournament would not be possible without the great support of the Staten Island Advance. Not only does the Staten Island Advance have full coverage of the tournament, but we are committed to covering Island youth sports year-round and all news close to home. Pick up the paper today and look for great subscriber deals now for our loyal readership. Visit us online at silive.com for news and photos of this week's tournament and all the breaking news on Staten Island, the nation, and the world. The news of Staten Island is the Staten Island Advance and silive.com.
We are back here for the bottom half of the first inning. Again, Jessie Burkett Little League coming to bat here. Down 5-0 to Connecticut. And series of run-scoring hits all the way through the Connecticut lineup. From Dubin to Tierney to Persico to DeSantis to Maddie Dennis, who will be the pitcher in the circle here for Connecticut. Again, primarily Persico. and Thenis have been the two pitchers switching back and forth for Connecticut. We're 4-0 up until this point. My broadcast partner, Dave Pizzuto, went to the outfield to try to adjust the positioning of the camera that we have set up over there. So he will be back momentarily. Emily Morrissey stepping into the box here to lead off things for Massachusetts here. Again, still early on here in the bottom half of the first inning. And that pitch by Thenis in there for strike number 1. Morrissey sees that ball into the glove, a little bit low, so the count evens out at 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2 on the first baseman, number 19, Emily Morrissey, again leading things off for Massachusetts here. And Morrissey will go down on strikes here. So the first out of the inning recorded via swinging strikeout by Maddie Thenis. The pitcher Brianna Grant here, the second batter of the inning for Massachusetts. She takes a ball high for a 1-0 count. Boy, that was quick. What do you run, a 4.40? Count 2-0 to Grant. Emily Morrissey struck out swinging, Dave.
Okay, thank you.
And Brianna Grant is ahead in the count 2-0. 3-0. And Grant will walk on 4 consecutive balls. So Massachusetts will have their first base runner of the game. Grant doing her part to try to help out Massachusetts cut into this early 5-run deficit a little bit.
Yeah, and Grant was not only obviously the pitcher of record and their top pitcher, but also their best hitter in the lineup too.
So Izzy Biondo will take a ball high. Grant induces the throw to second base. She heads back to first. Actually, that was a strike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a late strike. Unless the scoreboard out there was wrong and somebody got it wrong. Apologies, I thought that was a ball. Second pitch in there. And that looked like a ball, so the count will level off at 1-1. Again, the third hitter, number 22, Izzy Biondo, who is the center fielder today for Massachusetts. She swings through that one. Count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, and they're not paying too much attention to Grant at first base, but Grant also has taken just a minimal lead there.
Ball comes in high. So it's the other batter's box. Count is level now at 22. You got to think, again, based on how this game continues to go, Dave, if Massachusetts has to be, again, assertive, too aggressive on the base paths, they may have to. And it is Biondo who swings through that one for strike 3. So 2 recorded strikeouts here for the pitcher. And it is Maddie Thenis.
And that time worked from behind in the count to really come back and, get the out there for Biondo.
2 strikeouts, 2 of the swinging variety. As Becker swings at that. Again, we have 1-0 showing on the scoreboard. It's 0-1. Thankfully, we have it right. Pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Count evens out. 1-1 again. They still have it wrong.
Yeah.
That's all right. Again, nobody's perfect.
Once you miss one.
That's right. Behind the 8 ball. That ball's grounded to first base. It's bobbled there a little bit. But it was DeSantis fielding the ball cleanly, stepping on the base, no harm, no foul. It is Connecticut who strands Brianna Grant at first base. So through one inning, it is Connecticut with a 5-0 lead against the team from Jesse Burkett Little League in Massachusetts. And you're watching coverage of the 2026 10 and Under East Regional Softball Championships live on the PDF Sports Network. Stay with us.
Awards and Trophy Center is proud to sponsor this week's New York State Little League Championship. Located at 1600 Highland Boulevard on Staten Island, we pride ourselves in not only building trophies, but building relationships as we service our community and treat you like family. Your event and its achievements deserve the best. That's why Country Awards and Trophy Center is ready to work with all of our clients to make your event a memorable one, with awards, trophies, and gifts that make a lasting impression. Come see why we love our customers and they love us. Visit us today.
Gentlemen, just a reminder.
We are back here for the start of the top half of the second inning. For the team from Milford, Connecticut, it will be 11, 12, and then back to the top of the order here as 10 batters came to bat in the first inning, Dave. I expressed this as you were going back to adjust the camera. For Connecticut, again, like Pennsylvania, that team that won earlier today, a very deep lineup. They have 12 batters in the lineup. But as you go through, again, we have one inning of box score stuff here. But when you go through that, a bunch of hits and a bunch of run-scoring hits came from 5 different players here so far in the Milford, Connecticut lineup. Yeah,
well, listen, when you get 6 hits in an inning, you expect to have a big inning, and that's exactly what they did. And a lot of those hits were big hits too. It's not like, we saw like in yesterday's game, New York versus New Jersey, and a couple of other games during this tournament where sometimes you have 4 and 5 hits in a game and nothing is hit out of the infield. Those were shots in that first inning. So Massachusetts and Brianna Grant are going to have her work cut out for her here because big bats showing up here.
What is it with the senior minor field?
Yeah.
A lot of big hits, especially over the course of the last 2 days now here as we get into the elimination format. Rodriguez sees the first pitch go high for ball 1. She rips that to the second baseman, and that's an excellent defensive play by Kozlowski.
Yeah, beautiful. She had great positioning on the ball as it is. She only had to take one step to her left, really held out that glove and made sure that ball stayed tidy in there, and that's a nice play there by the second baseman.
Massachusetts defensively helping out Brianna Grant in the circle. 12th batter in the lineup, the Lily Bennett. Again, one of the 3 extra hitters here for Connecticut. She sees ball 1. That pitch skips in right in front of her left foot for ball 2. 2-0. That's a ground ball to second base, and that's going to get through to center field for a base hit.
Yeah, good piece of hitting.
Great piece of hitting for the number 12 hitter again in the lineup, Lily Bennett.
Yeah, normally some of those players at the bottom of the order, Joe, they have a hitter's count 2-0. You expect them to want to see a strike, but that time Bennett really aggressive at the plate. Knows she's probably going to get a pitch to hit. Drove it right down the middle of the field. Exactly how you draw it up.
So that is the 6th hit of the game I have for Connecticut here. The count goes to 1-0. Again, it is back to the top of the order for Milford with number 4, Reagan Gill. Count goes to 2-0. Huge opportunity here for Connecticut in the top half of the second, Dave. Potentially break this game wide open, but it is Gill who goes up the chute, halfway between home plate and first base. No girls land in front of the Massachusetts dugout. Too far for Morrissey, too far for Becker, and ball's going to drop foul.
Yeah,
We'll reset here with a 2-1 count to Gill.
Looked like Morrissey was a little upset, either at herself or...
Yeah, she didn't make a break on the ball immediately. Gill grounds that to shortstop. It's going to be very slow. Tough play to second, and Bennett is going to sneak in there just ahead of the throw.
Yeah.
So again, I think that ball was hit slow enough.
Absolutely.
That it was a difficult play anywhere.
Yeah, so I already had them with 6 hits, but I was wrong, and that would be their 7th hit now.
Right.
Second of this inning. So
no, we're good. We're on the same page over here. Scoreboard's got to clear the count. And Sadie Dubin will step in for her second at-bat of the game, as that is sky high to shallow left field. Nobody could get to that, and that is going to drop. Lily Bennett had a delayed start coming from second to third, but that throw gets a little bit away. Bennett does not advance further than third. So again, that will go down as another hit. And Connecticut here, Dave, is going to have the bases loaded here with one out. And again, with a 5-0 lead, there's a chance here to do a lot more damage in a very short period of time.
Yeah, a couple of big at-bats here. And again, it's the top of the order now, so this is the real potent part of this lineup. You know, this is the part of the lineup that was really hitting some ropes out there.
And that ball is going to get by Becker to the backstop. Everybody staying exactly where they are. So Tierney will have a 1-0 count. Just way out ahead of that. Count evens out to 1-1. You know me, I love great equipment. Got a there's a swing through there for the 1-2 count, but kind of looks like some old-fashioned like sherbet ice cream, you know, like with with different flavoring over
Jesse
there.
Burkett's uniforms, yeah,
That's right.
Looking good.
1-2 to Tierney. She's going to tomahawk chop that to shortstop. There's really no play again there, Dave. Bennett's going to score. I'm going to give that another single. Again, that's a very, very difficult play. Even if you field that ball cleanly, it was going to be very, very hard to get Tierney hustling down to first, or even Dubin heading from first to second.
Yeah, I was going to say probably the play there was at second base, but that would have been tough.
Kinsley Persico sees the ball outside, go outside of her for ball one. One already in the inning. Connecticut now with a 6-0 lead with just one out. Half swing by Persico. She's going to pop it up on the infield to the third baseman. But effectively, she's out at home. So that was an infield fly.
Yes.
Correct?
It was out.
So we can't hear that from the umpires. But it was an infield fly ruling. The ball dropped. And that is why the tag had to be applied at home to Reagan Gill. And the tag was made by Massachusetts. So what could have been a huge inning there, Dave, ends up being just the one run for Connecticut. They are now up 6-0 as Massachusetts here in front of their dugout. They're going to look to continue to regroup. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to get that all in there. We're good. We're going to head to a brief pause here. Heading into the bottom of the second inning, it is Connecticut with a 6-0 lead as Massachusetts looks to answer.
New York State Little League Championship is proud to have Dave & Buster's as a proud sponsor. Where are you going after the game? There's only one place with delicious food, ice-cold drinks, games on the big screen, and fun for the whole family. Food and drink specials are available all week with the latest video games and the biggest arcade on the island. Redeem tokens for great prizes and come back often because Dave & Buster's is the place to be for game day and all the days in between. Turn on the fun with Dave & Buster's on Staten Island.
Back here for the bottom of the second inning. Nice job by Massachusetts there in the top half of the inning, Dave. Again, there were bases loaded with one out, and you really had the heart of the order coming up for Connecticut. And it was Persico there who, again, took an aggressive swing. She got underneath the ball, sky high on the infield, and it was to Massachusetts' advantage because the umpires must have immediately called infield fly again. I didn't see the signal or anything, as obviously I'm focusing on the ball trying to land with the wall in front of me. But again, the infield fly, and then it was Reagan Gill who came home and was tagged out at the plate, so effectively turned it into a double play. Just one run in the inning for Connecticut, who now leads 6-0.
Yeah, absolutely. It was well done in the infield to be heads up and to get that ball over to home. And then the throw to home was good. The tag was good. So you still have to complete the play, and they did that. So even though they give up, I think it was 4 hits in that inning, they only yield the 1 run, and that's about as good as you can ask for here if you're Jessie Burkett, Little League in Massachusetts.
That's correct. Maddie Dennis will head back into the circle for her second inning of work for Connecticut. And it is Kaylee Brazel third baseman here for Massachusetts. Number 13 leading things off as that pitch is going to be low and inside for ball one.
Yeah, but Dennis wants to continue to work quickly here, and she moved pretty, easily through the top half.
Going to swing through that one for strike one. Sun came back out a little bit. Some clouds moved away. Really is another nice day.
Yeah.
Just going to lay down the bunt here, Razel. And the play is made at first. A little bit of a delayed out signal by the umpire. But that is a great job by Thenis getting out of the circle, cleanly planting her feet, turning and making the throw. It's not an easy play.
No, it's not.
We've seen that play made a bunch of times here. Some great defensive plays here all throughout the week. We've seen a couple of plays go the other way. So Massachusetts here, one out, and the batter will be the shortstop, Ashlyn Ingalls. She's going to foul that ball off directly above her into the fencing area for strike one. So the count is 0-1. Pitch high and away. It'll be ball two. The 1-1 was attempted, the frame attempt by Reagan Gill there, unsuccessful, so the count goes to 2-1. Pitch was close, though.
Yeah, it was. Just missed outside.
Ball's inside and low. It's a much easier ball to call. So Thenis is now behind in the count to Ingalls, 3-1. Pitch over the outer part of the plate, catches the black. Full count for Ingalls here.
I think we'll have our first payoff pitch.
That's right.
That Dennis will throw in this one.
The payoff is swung through by Ingalls for strike three. Third strikeout of the game here for Thenis. All three coming on swings. With that, we got two outs here. Maddie Morrissey steps to the plate. Seventh batter for Massachusetts, the first of their extra hitters.
Yeah, we saw this a lot from Massachusetts, especially down lower in the batting order. Every batter squaring up to bunt to start their at-bat.
Again, I don't dislike the strategy. Try to force the defense to make a play. You need some base runners here down 6-0. First pitch was low. Second pitch was in the zone. Count 1-1 to the second Morrissey in this lineup. Paul pitch once again on the outer black of the plate. Count goes to 1-2.
Dennis, as she goes, seems to be throwing harder and harder. Every pitch looks, faster than the next.
Very economical here. And that pitch is going to be called strike three. There was a slight delay over there. It was about letters high. Again, from our vantage point, looked good. So for the first time, it is Thenis recording a K via the looking variety. She's got 4 through 2 innings, 3 swinging, 1 looking. And we head to the top of the third inning here. Connecticut making quick work of Massachusetts so far. They take a 6-0 lead here. Stay with us on the PDF Sports Network.
The Staten Island Fairy Hawks are proud to be a sponsor of this year's New York State Little League Championship, because one championship organization deserves another. Come check out another amazing season with us at Staten Island University Hospital Community Ballpark with great ticket and group deals, theme nights, and fireworks displays. Good luck to all of our teams this week from your friends at the Staten Island Fairy Hawks. We'll see you at the game.
We're back here for the start at the top of the third inning. Again, it's been a very economical first two half frames for the Connecticut side of things. Very quickly jumped out with 5 runs in the first inning, just 1 in the second. Massachusetts has been held off the scoreboard here through the first 2 innings. What do you think we could see out of Massachusetts here moving forward, Dave, if they want to try to get back into this game?
Well, obviously they're getting their first looks at Venice, at the plate, and they're going to have to try and piece together some longer at-bats. As you mentioned, Venice has been, very economical with her pitches, and, hopefully for that second look around in the order, they could start generating a little bit more offense. But in order to do that, you have to keep Connecticut at bay here, and we're still in the top half of the batting order, and this is the half that has given Brianna Grant more of the trouble here. That 5-run first inning, she was able to settle down a little bit better in the second. Let's see what we have here in the third.
That pitch is low and inside to the first baseman, number 11, Allie DeSantis, the 5th hitter in this Connecticut lineup. Count 1-0. It's a difficult pitch to lay off. That looked like it was right there in the zone, right in that sweet spot for her, but she lays off of it. It's called a strike. Count goes to 1-1. One comes above the lettering, just below the helmet. So DeSantis has the count in her favor at 2-1. Grant delivers, and that's chopped foul to the left side.
I will say, of all the pitchers we've seen in this tournament, Grant is easily works the quickest. I mean, it's just one pitch right after another.
Right. It's very hard to also keep track of the score sheet directly in front of me as that pitch. I was close, Dave.
Yeah, just missed it.
I was close. That's the first real true borderline pitch we've had in this game. But Santos takes it. Got another full count here, 3-2. For the first time, Grant with a little bit of a pause. She delivers the pitch, and that ground ball is going to hit her. We'll see if she's okay. Effectively, she deflected the ball into left field for what will be a base hit for DeSantis.
Right.
Who's hanging now about quarter of the way. She wanted Massachusetts to throw back to first base. They did not take the bait.
That's officially the 10th hit, and that one hurts a little bit more than the others for Grant because he took it right off the right arm, and it ricocheted right into the gap in the left side of the infield.
Aurora Hendon will be the batter here.
She had the biggest shot of that first inning.
She did. She had the triple. This first pitch here is a strike, 0-1. And that ball is grounded to the shortstop. They go with the easy throw to second base. A couple times in this game, there have been a couple ground balls to shortstops where the second base has been able to make the turn and try to look for the double play.
Yeah.
Had a couple of double plays of other varieties here throughout the week.
Well, that one traveled with enough velocity to get the runner at least at second and perhaps the turn. And if Hendon was a slower runner, maybe you make that throw. But Hendon was hustling out of the box. She knew that she hit a potential double play ball, so she was able to not draw the throw.
So officially, it was Hendon who will reach on the 6-4 fielder's choice. Is now the Connecticut pitcher. Once more, Maddie Dennis, her second plate appearance. She singled in her first plate appearance. She grounds that one to third. Once again, Massachusetts going with the easy throw.
No, she was safe.
She was safe.
She came off the bag, yeah.
Okay. You know, I have that. The bar.
Yeah, sure.
The bar obstructed the base in front of me. Okay.
Yeah, but I think, that's a tough play by the shortstop.
That's got to be an infield hit.
Yeah. But it's a play that has to be made. It's unfortunate, but she came off the bag just too early.
And that ball is going to be ripped to the left side for a base hit. It's going to get by the shortstop and the third baseman. The throw home is not in time. So it is Aurora Hendon, again, who was called safe at second. As the fielder was not on the base, it is Hendon who ends up scoring there. Hannah Whalen grounded out her first time around. She gets a hit this time. She ends up on second over here. First and second here for Connecticut with one out, 1 run in. So now their lead is at 7-0. And that ball is ripped to left field.
Wow.
And the catch is made.
She has to go back to second.
She does. Does she have time?
Yeah, she does. Just made it back.
Just beat the throw.
Right. Throw wasn't exactly perfect, but if it was, maybe they would have had a chance to double her up. That's a great play in the outfield.
That's Clara Leahy in left field. And again, from where we are, very tight to the window, but Hopefully we'll be able to get a replay of that.
We will right
at
after
some
this
point.
pitch.
Yep.
Oh, actually, we'll do it right now. Yep. Get a take look, and yeah, that's a nice catch. And Leahy is going to get some medical attention after all this, because when she went down on the play, I think she went down on that shoulder, and she'll have a chance here to talk it over with her coaching staff, and we'll see what they do here. But yeah, it's the left shoulder she seems to be flexing out. Heck of a play, I'll tell you that.
I tell you, that's a web gem kind of a play. It's at the moment, it's truly a game-saving kind of play with Connecticut now with a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, because you have to think, if she doesn't make that catch, she's falling down, and that ball is going to go all the way to the warning track. And you know,
if you're on your horse, you have an opportunity to not only
to
get to third, but possibly turn that into an old-fashioned Little League inside the park home run.
Yeah, exactly. So it definitely saved the run, and she's going to stay in the game, even though getting set and warming up to go in the game was Madeline Kozlowski. Instead, she'll stay in the game. Leahy stays.
Kenzie Faust at the plate. She looks at that pitch, looked a little low for ball one. Count 1-0. Okay, Connecticut looking for a few more extra insurance runs here. Again, with that 7-0 lead, they've had Massachusetts' number here so far this week.
Yeah, they beat them.
Faust is going to hit that ball to shallow left field with the base hit. Leahy looks fine. She was able to track that ball almost all the way to the warning track here.
Play at the plate.
Play at the plate, and it's going to be safe here. So it looks like that was Hannah Whalen. Hannah Whalen on her horse is able to score all the way from first base here. So for Faust, who ends up on third, I believe that'll be considered a two-run double here.
Yeah, and an advance on the throw home.
Absolutely.
We're getting another chance to see it now.
So the bottom of the order here doing damage for Connecticut, as well as Michaela Rodriguez steps to the plate for her second at-bat of the game. Looks at a ball that bounces in for ball one.
A good piece of two-out hitting here.
Absolutely. And that ball is going to be a hit on the ground, a dribbler. Some backspin, sends it foul. So the count will go to 1-2 to Rodriguez.
Kind of an important base runner at third base, because obviously that would, you know, trigger the run rule in inning 4 if you go up by 10. So
right.
Something to consider here.
For sure. That ball's a screamer foul.
Right.
Almost hit the brick in the dugout.
Yeah, the top kind of crossbar brick of the dugout.
So the 1-2 to Rodriguez. Let's see if Grant can get out of the inning. She bounces that in for ball 2. Again, that's a big runner at third for Connecticut in Faust, because that ball will skip in there for ball 3. But again, as you mentioned, it would put in the run rule plays in place for the 4th inning.
Right.
So it gives Massachusetts 6 outs to potentially work with. And that ball will be grounded to the shortstop here. And are we going to give an error on that play? That's tough. Because I'll tell you something, that was grounded. It was fielded cleanly, and she looked to second.
Yeah, I think she thought there was a runner at first, maybe. But that's up to you, Joe. What did you give it?
I am going to give it. I'm going to give it a single.
Okay, so
only because you can't assume the throw to first.
Yeah, I did as well.
Okay. That ball will get back to the backstop here for the number 12 batter, Lily Bennett. She singled and scored her first time up. So it's Rodriguez who goes to second there, as Bennett will swing through that for strike 1. Count 1-1 to her. 10-0 lead here for Connecticut. Swing and a miss by Bennett for strike 2.
Yeah, and just getting back to my thought before, in the 2 games that these 2 teams have played, Joe, Connecticut won 13-2 the first time, and then they won 15-0 the second time.
Right. And that will be strike 3 to end the top of the 3rd inning here. But not before Connecticut, with 4 runs here in the top of the 3rd inning. They hit the double-digit mark. When we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Massachusetts has a lot of work to do if they want to try to get back into this game a little bit. Down 10.
K&S Industrial is your all-in-one supply and tool store for commercial, industrial, and domestic industries. A leader in HVAC supply stores, K&S provides various building and maintenance supplies for office buildings, industrial plants, schools, homes, and more. We also specialize in getting our customers hard-to-find items. If you're looking for HVAC supply stores that also offer anything else you might need, look no further than K&S Industrial. If they make it, we'll get it. K&S Industrial.
We are back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Once again, it is Maddie Dennis, who for the moment will stay in the game in the circle, pitching for Connecticut. She's made relatively quick work of Massachusetts here throughout the course of the first 2 innings. Massachusetts does not have a hit. The only base runner is that walk from Brianna Grant.
Right. And Brianna Grant has had a sensational tournament, so you kind of understand pitching around her. But with a 10-run lead now, if you're Dennis, you could be super aggressive here, throw some strikes, let your defense work behind you, and you know your offense is going to be there for this game as it's been throughout the tournament. And, you know, I think that they'll keep Dennis in there as long as she needs to be in there. Kinsley Persico is the other pitcher on this team. You think that potentially she will get the start against Pennsylvania. Of course, if Milford's able to hang on to this one. But right now, they are in complete control unless Massachusetts has a way to solve Maddie Dennis here. And it has to start in this bottom of the 3rd frame.
Yes, it does. Leading off for Massachusetts will be Madeline Kozlowski. Again, looking for their first hit of the game. Up until this point, it's Dennis who, again, she's just been really able to take her time, to go through the full mechanics and process of the windup as that pitch is a ball. So Kozlowski will start here with a 1-0 count. Show and bunt. Pitch comes in high. She did not offer at it, so the count will quickly go to 2-0. Get a lot of breathing room here for Dennis. Allows her to continue to work how she wants to. As that bunt, I believe it hit the plate. I believe that was the call from the umpire here.
That'll be strike 1.
Yep, count goes to 2-1. See if the bunt signal stays on for Kozlowski. I would imagine it will. Imagine the next couple of Massachusetts batters will continue to show bunt to try to, again, get that first hit, get a base runner or 2 on, try to at least generate, you know, some action, forcing Connecticut to make some plays in the field. Kozlowski offers at it, so the count will go full to 3-2. Then this will be intriguing. Does the bunt stay on with the full count? We have seen it. Bunt signal was taken off. The pitch will be high and away, and Kozlowski here will walk on her first plate appearance.
Yeah, so, you know, you square up to bunt. Maybe you force some pitches that are outside the strike zone. If you're Dennis, you throw her off balance a little bit, and next thing you know, you earn a base on balls.
That's right. Leadoff runner on for Massachusetts here. It's Leahy who squares up to bunt. Throw goes into second, but it was just Kozlowski taking an extended lead.
And there's something to be said for it, too, because, you know, Dennis was really throwing strikes, you know, strike 1, strike 2, and, you know, forcing them to swing the bat. And now, since they've been employing this bunt stance, it's been a little bit different here. Maddie's been a little bit all over the place.
Leahy will offer at it. There was contact with the bat.
The runner went. And I thought there was, I thought
there was
a foul ball
yeah, I
as well.
thought so, too. I think the umpire immediately signaled that.
I guess not. Must have hit the glove instead.
So the count will go 2-1-1. Maybe the signal was that, the point was that she offered at it. She definitely offered at that one. So Leahy will go through that. Again, count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 high goes over the catcher's head to the backstop. Nice job there.
Yeah, shortstop got back there.
Yeah, it was a shortstop. Because that throw was errant, and if she's not there in that position, and that is Dubin. So if Dubin is not there and that throw goes into left field, that would have been the first Massachusetts run. So they have a runner in scoring position. At third base, nobody out here. Count goes full to Leahy here. 2 full counts here from Dennis to start this inning after being in total command the first 2 innings. And that ball is popped up on the infield. It's Rodriguez who is able to get underneath that. So Leahy will go down on the pop out to second base for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd inning. And it is now Adriana Gonzalez, the right fielder, stepping in for her first plate appearance.
That was perfect timing for Rodriguez because the sun just got covered over with clouds as soon as that was skied up in the air. Almost like
really nice out.
Almost like on call.
Right. Big first out there. Getting Leahy to pop out by Dennis. First pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. Count 1-0 to Gonzalez. Again, it'll be Gonzalez, and then the 3 remaining extra hitters in the lineup for Massachusetts, Pacheco and Boudreau at 11 and 12. As Gonzalez swings at that, fouls it off straight back. Count 1-1. She's definitely on that pitch. Massachusetts done a good job of working the counts in their favors, seeing some pitches for Dennis, but so far they've not been able to break through at all.
Yeah.
Gonzalez once again.
Well, I'll tell you, the bottom half of the order has been a lot more patient in the order. I mean, with the exception of, that walk earlier, a lot of the hitters in the top of the order have really tried to attack Dennis early in these counts. The bottom of the order seeing a lot of pitches, spoiling a lot of pitches.
That's correct, as that ball is going to come in for ball 2. Count 2-2 to number 11, Adriana Gonzalez.
And to your point from before, some of these pitches are not easy to look at, right? They just look very tempting to swing at.
That pitch is low. So for the 3rd time in this inning, it is Massachusetts who were able to get to a full count against Maddie Dennis. Again, who's been superb in the circle so far here. The payoff, high and away for ball 4. So Massachusetts will have their 2nd walk of the inning.
Yeah, now you wonder if Gonzalez will be in motion here at first, trying to draw a throw to second to potentially get that run home from 3rd.
I mean, I think she's going to be running almost immediately. Pitch is low for ball 1. There she goes. She's about halfway there. And Connecticut had it scouted, Dave. But it is Massachusetts who is able to score their first run of the game. It's Kozlowski comes in for the first run of the game. So now it is 10-1. So exactly what we expected was going to happen. It happened almost that way.
And, to your point, they actually played it perfectly, except the throw was just not in line. Otherwise, she potentially could have been thrown out at home. Definitely they scouted it the right way.
For sure. So the count moves to 3-0 here on Flora Pacheco, who's doing a little bit of a dance behind the plate.
Starting to feel it up there in the batter's box.
Swings through that 3-0 pitch for strike 1. No, I don't necessarily hate that move. It's all about having fun. And again, all 4 batters in this inning for Massachusetts have gotten 3 balls against Dennis. 2 of them have ended up on first base as that is fouled off. So from 3-0, the count goes to 3-2 to Pacheco.
Yeah, potentially Could be a big inning here with the top of the order looming.
And that ball is popped up to the third base side.
Got him.
And that is a double play, and that is some play, Dave. It is Persico at third. Was it Persico at third? She went to her left, I think. We'll check
Sorry
that again. You know, maybe we come back from break. Maybe you'll get a replay of that. But they double up the runner, Abriana Gonzalez, at second base with the tag, and it is another tremendous defensive play. Seen a lot of those amazing defensive plays here, again, throughout the course of the week here at Great Kills Little League. But through 3 innings, it is Massachusetts, all important. They do get a run on the board. The score is 10-1. They temporarily take themselves out of a potential lead situation in the fourth. Stay with us here as the top of the fourth inning is about to begin here, the 2026 10 and Under Softball East Regional Championship on the PDF Sports Network.
When it comes to sports, why be good when you can be legendary? At Legend Sporting Goods in Brooklyn, we service the community with only the best custom apparel, embroidery, and service, specializing in youth sports, so that the leaders of today become the legends of tomorrow. We're proud to support all of this week's great athletes and invite everyone to check us out and make us a part of your team. Come see why Legend Sporting Goods is in a class by itself. Visit us online or call us now.
And we are back here for the start of the top of the fourth inning here. Dave, you have the replay of the last play from the bottom of the third inning.
Take a look at it on your screen now. There's the pop. And
it was a shortstop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Persico State put it.
So it was Sadie Dubin who was the shortstop here. And again, from where I am, I have the wall that is in between the 2 sets of windows that you see on the main camera that we're using on the broadcast. So I had to try to work my way around. A little bit of an obstacle course over here, so to speak.
If you're looking at the stream right now, Joe is located in the top right corner of your screen, literally in that window.
Right.
So that little stanchion in between the 2 windows, that is a kind of a blind spot for us.
It is a blind spot. And Persico has been playing not traditionally all the way deep at third base. She's played a little bit more shallow, so I figured maybe she would have been in position to run to her left there to make that play, but it was not. It was Sadie Dubin. So a very alert play by Sadie Dubin as the leadoff hitter. Gil here for Connecticut will ground that ball. It's going to squeeze its way through for a base hit. Doesn't quite get to the outfield turf. But in her third plate appearance, it is Gil with her second hit of the game. She walked in her first plate appearance. She is singled in her last 2. Connecticut will have their leadoff runner on.
Yes, they will, and that's a big, oh my
And that ball is smoked to left field. And that's over the fence.
Yeah.
That's going to be, should be considered a home run, right?
Yeah, it's a home run.
There
It
we
hit the
go.
netting. There's
Woo.
netting up there.
Sadie Dubin, and that is definitively the hardest, the furthest hit ball that we have seen in this tournament so far here, Dave.
No question.
No question. It comes in the top of the fourth inning. A 2-run home run. Not a Little League home run. A home run over the fence. Hits the roof over there.
So nice, we'll
The
see
other
it
dugout.
twice.
That's right.
Folks at home are watching the replay, and yeah, that was a towering shot.
And let me tell you something, Dave. We knew that off the bat.
Yes.
We knew it was going to hit the wall. The question is, was it going to have enough juice to get over the wall? And indeed it does.
That's that, top of the order again. Big hitting.
That ball is going to be grounded to the right side of the infield, and that's going to get through to right field for a base hit for Quinn Tierney. For her, it is her third single of the game in 3 plate appearances. In Connecticut here, 2 runs on the 2-run home run and a single in their first 3 batters here at the top of the fourth inning, Dave. And again, they're looking to try to break this game open a little more here. And that ball is smoked to left field, and that's going to be another base hit. Kinsley Persico will bounce that in front of Leahy in left field. So 4 batters here, Dave. 4 straight hits for Connecticut. And they are looking to ride the merry-go-round here against Massachusetts in the top half of the fourth inning with still nobody out.
Yeah, and again, it's this top of the order, you know, that really does a lot of damage. They've been doing it all tournament long, and it doesn't stop here. And again, big rips here from the top of the order.
And that is going to be grounded to the shortstop. We have a double play attempt here, and that ball is going to get away from Morrissey at first base. It is going to allow Tierney to score. So, is Ingles playing shortstop? Have to double check that. Yeah, so Ingles, again, took the easy play. She gets the lead runner. Effectively, that's going into the books as a fielder's choice.
Correct. Fielder's choice and an RBI.
That's right. Another first pitch swinging. And the play at first is made to get Aurora Hinden for the second out of the inning. Throw came back to second base to try to get Allie DeSantis, again, who was the last batter. So now it is the pitcher again, Maddie Dennis, coming up for her third plate appearance. She's got 2 singles as well, again, helping out the cause.
Well, I don't know if we have this stat readily available, but has every person in the batting order gotten a hit today?
Double check that as we go. And temporarily lost that. It was a ground ball. Throw was not made in time to get Dennis at first base. So
I think that's a base hit because she knocked the ball down successfully. Just by the time she grabbed it up off the ground,
right,
the throw was just not in time.
Sure.
We've been generous with the hits over errors, but
yes,
that's
we do.
a hit.
And that's going to be a ground ball to second baseman. And I don't think we could be generous there,
no,
Dave.
That's
an error. So it is Madeline Kozlowski at second base, who will give, was that the first error of the game?
Yes.
Entirely, right, from either side. Yeah, we have been a little bit generous, but I think that is the first true error. So Whalen will reach on the E4 with a 14-1 lead now for Connecticut as they have runners on first and second with 2 outs. It's Monaco who swings through that pitch.
Yeah, Monaco wanted to join the hit parade, big hit parade. She really got a good cut into that one.
So, okay, temporarily the scoreboard had 1-1. We have 0-2. Now it's 1-2, so we do have that correct. So count 1-2 on Monaco as Grant skips that in there. Monaco is going to rip that into the left center field gap, and that is one hop to the fence for a hit. Monaco is going to try to get to second. The throw to second is just late. Clean slide there by Monaco, just beating the throw and the tag. Another run scores for Connecticut, makes it 15-1. Now they have runners at second and third, Dave.
Yes, they do, and it's turned into a huge inning for them. 5 runs again, another 5-run inning for them.
5 in the frame, as it is Mackenzie Faust. Parent Mackenzie's
runner left
here.
early.
The runner left early. So that'll be called an out. So that'll be the third out of the inning. I'll make a note of that here. But again, it is Connecticut. After conceding their first run of the game in the bottom half of the third and the top half of the fourth, they come back and put up another 5 spot. So it is now essentially going to be a last lick scenario for Massachusetts here. Down 14, looking to extend the game. If they do not, it will be Connecticut who advance to our next game against Pennsylvania here a little bit later on. We'll see if Massachusetts could do that here. Stay with us.
Next tournament would not be possible without the great support of the Staten Island Advance. Not only does the Staten Island Advance have full coverage of the tournament, but we are committed to covering island youth sports year-round and all news close to home. Pick up the paper today and look for great subscriber deals now for our loyal readership. Visit us online at silive.com for news and photos of this week's tournament and all the breaking news on Staten Island, the nation, and the world. The news of Staten Island is the Staten Island Advance and silive.com.
We are back here for the bottom of the fourth inning. Maddie Dennis completing her warm-ups. Connecticut now 3 outs away from advancing here to the 2026 10 and under softball East Regional Championship. It's Pennsylvania, who have already advanced. They won earlier today in a similar fashion at the same point in the game that we are right now, following an early exit from Great Hills after 4 innings. Throw down to second base here as Massachusetts. They will have their 12th hitter, Boudreau, leading off. Avery Boudreau will be leading off. And then the top of the order, Emily Morrissey, and the pitcher, Brianna Grant.
Yeah, so we know what's at stake here. They need to score 5 runs to continue this game. So Boudreau is going to have to find a way to get on base here and get our inning started correctly here for Massachusetts.
Shows bunt.
Again,
a little bit low, yeah.
Starting off with the bunt.
Again, I kind of agree. Again, with the way that Dennis has worked, and she's been working quicker here the last 2 innings.
Yeah.
But for the first, you got electrical, temporary. Scoreboard temporarily went out over there in right center field. But we're back, count 2-0. Boudreau, I think she offered at that one, so that will move the count to 2-1. Boudreau continues to show bunt. That pitch is low for ball 3.
I think just squaring to bunt is bothering Fennis.
I agree.
I truly think it is.
I actually think it's irritating her
Yeah.
more so than anything else. There you go. Bunt is cleanly laid down. She gets out of the circle, makes the throw cleanly to first, gets Boudreau with ample time, and there will be the first out of the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 outs left for Massachusetts as the leadoff hitter, Emily Morrissey, comes to bat for her second plate appearance.
Yeah, so hopefully this is where Massachusetts can make some noise here. Back to the top of the order. They've already seen Fennis one time, and we'll see if it works to their advantage.
So the bottom portion of the order did their job to try to at least get the count in their favor, see some pitches. They drew a couple of walks, and that pitch is in there to Morrissey, who's showing bunt for ball 1. But as of this point, Dave, at the moment, Connecticut, Dennis is not allowed to hit. And again, we're only in the 4th inning, and again, if the score holds, or if Massachusetts does not score, what is it? They would need 5 runs, right? They would need to match the 5 that Connecticut scored in the top half of the 4th inning. So again, no hits. The count 1-1 to the first baseman, the leadoff hitter, Emily Morrissey from Massachusetts. They're down to their final 2 outs to try to extend this game. So the pitch is outside for ball 2.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I have the stats in front of me, but I didn't realize they're still without a hit in this one. Dennis doing a nice job.
Not many have left the infield. I think any hit was hit to the outfield.
I don't think so either, yeah.
Count 2-2 to Morrissey. And she's going to have to be a hitter here. But she's not. She's going to bunt.
Oh, it might have hit her.
I think it definitely did hit her. The umpire threw both of his hands up there.
Oh, we have a discrepancy, so we're going to talk it over. The runner was safe.
The runner was definitely clearly safe, but you and I, again, total agreement. It looks like the ball hit Morrissey after she took the first step out of the batter's box.
Yeah, we're going to have another chance to see it while they make an official ruling here.
Now batting, pitcher number 25, Bree Grant.
They called her safe at first. Hard to tell.
It is hard to tell there. It looked like the ball slightly was deflected. It wasn't fair territory, went into foul territory. And that throw to second base, they had Morrissey hung up in a potential rundown, but she's able to get back to first base there. So ball 1 to the pitcher, Brianna Grant.
But lost in all that is no more no-hitter.
No more no-hitter.
Yeah.
Pitch is high, count 2-0. Once again, it is Morrissey who gets halfway. She has to be careful, Dave.
Yeah.
If she takes another step or two, she puts herself in a vulnerable position.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's good to see Connecticut still concerned about that. You know,
Yeah.
in a game like this, you might say, what do they care? Just let her go to second base. No, fundamental softball still at play here.
That's right. Count goes to 3-0.
Yeah.
So 3 straight pitches, the same result 3 straight times. Dave, I'm with you. I feel like Dennis is just getting frustrated by the bunt signals.
Yeah, I think so too.
Which looked like it was in there for a strike, and it is. So the count goes to 3-1 to Brianna Grant. The catcher. Catcher runs that ball all the way out to the, can't say dirt,
Yeah.
the infield dirt turf portion.
Tell you what, great, play by Reagan Gill up until the throw.
Until the throw. You know what? She has to make the throw earlier. Again,
Correct.
we have other people
Yep.
in the press box with us. Run after her. Run. You got to make the throw the second because fundamentals, you always run the runner back to the base that they came from.
Right.
So after that, it is Brianna Grant who walks.
Yeah, she would have gotten a free pass anyway to second base.
So she walks now for the second
Yeah.
time in the game. She was also flexing to first base. Very nice to see this Massachusetts team, again, at this juncture of the game, still having a lot of fun out there. We're having a lot of fun with it, too. Pitch to Biondo is in high for a ball.
Yep, and that's, to your point, that's exactly what they did there, is they run the runners back. But again, I still like fundamentally Connecticut's still doing what it needs to do. Teachable moments for these young kids, young athletes who are out there learning the game as well.
So it's Biondo. Takes a second pitch high for a ball. This time the runners did not lead as much as they have in the previous 5 or 6 pitches. Again, for Connecticut, like you said, Dave, it's good to see that they're just continuing to pay attention out there. It's DeSantis who's all the way in at first base. I believe that's the same thing for Tierney. As the throw goes into third there, so the count will go to 2-1 to Biondo. I think the move is just to bring the infield all the way in there and just put the ball in there and, hey, guys, make the play here for the second out. It's Biondo swinging, and Connecticut will go the short route to third, the throw to first, and it is Biondo who's going to turn. She turns too wide, and it is DeSantis who is able to get the tag applied, and that will end the game, Dave. It is the Connecticut team from Milford, the 2026 New England champions. They will play Bullskin, Pennsylvania a little bit later on to determine the 2026 10 and under softball East Regional champion.
Well, rather unconventional way to turn a double play to end the game, but what a way to win a championship. Nice play in the field. It accentuates what they did at the plate. You could see it on your line score right there. 20 hits for this Connecticut team, and all they needed was 4 frames to do it in. They win it in emphatic fashion. That was their 4th win of the tournament. They won them all with the run rule, and they left no doubt as to who the New England champs are in this one. Milford Little League, congratulations to them. They are the New England champs. They will meet Bullskin Little League from the great state of Pennsylvania for our Eastern Regional Championship game. That one comes up at 4 o'clock. All winners on the field, obviously, but your New England champs are Connecticut from Milford Little League.
So what we will do here is we will do the same thing that we did for the Mid-Atlantic Championship game. We're going to stay with you guys. Dave is going to work on the other camera in center field, which readjusted itself there, and then that final 4th inning. But we're going to stay here. We're going to set you guys up so you can see the trophy presentation for the New England Championship side of things. Once more, it is Milford, Connecticut with a 15-1 victory against Jessie Burkett Little League of Massachusetts. They will advance. An Orange Crush championship game here at Great Kills Little League. So stay with us here on the PDF Sports Network. We will provide coverage of the championship game in a short period of time. And once more, this has been Joe Calabrese alongside David Pizzuto. Thank you for joining us so far to this point today, and stick with us one last time. It will be Connecticut, the New England champions, versus Pennsylvania, the Mid-Atlantic champions, to determine this year's 2006 10 and under East Regional softball champion.
Gentlemen, give it up for District 24 Administrator Frank Cambria. All right. We have the New England Championship game right here. Two best states and two best teams in all the divisions. Let's hear a nice round of applause for these girls. Great job on both sides. Just to be here shows how special you really are. The way it is to be here to show how talented you are. And a great job. Think about it. You guys have been some of the that is incredible, but you guys are playing better than the 12. Good work. Great job on both teams. And this is the New England Championship. But it's just reaching out the end of the line. So let's give these girls a nice round of applause. Big round. Fantastic game. I would like to thank Directors Little League, Ron Pascal, and Board of Directors for all the work they did to help us out. This place is beautiful and a great place to play. I want to thank my aviation force. I had Adam Canada here for the whole tournament. Did a great job. Big, down with everything else he does. And of course, Johnson again. So give them a round of applause. Fantastic. So now, without further ado, I'd like to get the medals to Jesse Burke. Come on down, Mel.
For 2 months now, dedicating this summer from start to finish together. What I want you to do is not forget about everything that you did to get here. This group made history, not once, but twice for our Little League, in terms of getting to state championships, coming here and not just winning one game in regionals, but winning 2 games, and that was history for our Little League. And I'm super proud of that. Don't forget that, and don't forget everything that you did to get here, and what it took, and a lot of you bringing out next year. Thank you to my assistants, Kurt and Mike, who are on the stuff every single day. And
you, thank you. We tell you know what? I think you put up a point. The girls are still working very, very hard to get to this goal. This is the highest goal in the 10-year division. Now, we're going to turn over to our big New England champions. Come on out, Jeanette. Great job. Congratulations. Turn it over to you.
Congratulations, girls. Thank you guys for that great kills for running a fantastic tournament. Here last year, assistant coaches, and just was this year. To you guys really did awesome job. You have nothing to hang your heads about. I don't want to see you in a year because your seasons are so far. It's coming around. And the plays that you make, you have nothing to hang your head about. So, congratulations. Awesome job. Now, you girls. Last couple of years, last 2 months, last year, you're here, coaching the way going to work on playing. You know, also, all I want to do is have that make that big play. You girls are working hard. 2 days a week practice, first day here, outside, 3 days we don't have to go inside, right? All that you guys did, work hard work. Pitchers, catchers, not catcher, the only catcher that we have right now. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and you guys also, I'm not proud of you. Support, and for the Milford community at home, who helped send us here, and always supports us. So thank you guys, awesome job, I'm so proud of you. No matter what happens next, there's nothing. All right, ready, go. See you, moving.
You guys want to be top? One more thing to give out. My name is open up the traditional battle for New England Championship. Oh, you gotta take it. Lap and here we go. Thank you, everybody. Great tournament. See you guys soon. Thank you. Parents, you're welcome to take pictures to order field. We'll set them up on fire.
All right, folks, thank you very much for joining us here on the awards ceremony side of this New England championship game. And it was won, of course, by Connecticut, and Milford Little League is its representative. And that's not all that we have for you. Coming up at approximately 4 o'clock, first pitch will be Connecticut, and they will take on Pennsylvania and Bullskin Little League in the East Regional Championship. So 2 championship trophies have been given away. There's still one more left, one for it all. Our final game, game number 22 of this week on this final day. It will be Pennsylvania taking on Connecticut for the East Region Championship. That is coming up. Once again, approximate first pitch time will be 4 p.m. That is on a separate stream, as we've been doing all week. So if you want to tune into that game, and we're pretty sure that most of you do, please be sure to tune in. We'll probably go on the air about 5 to 10 minutes before the opening pitch of that game. And so we will have that one for you live, and it's in its entirety. So for all of us here at Great Kills Little League, for the outstanding staff here at the facility, for my partner Joe Calabrese, this is David Pizzuto signing off here, and we'll see you again at 4 o'clock for the East Region Championship. We hope you'll join us then.